Hey everyone, so I've just power leveled my Iron Man from level 20 to level 93 in about an hour and 45 minutes, so I thought I'd share the farming strategy I've been using to do it. I'll do the exact same run I've been doing all that time right here, and I'll do it without edits or anything like that, so you can see the run and the time and see how it all pans out. I'd expect to go up anything from 7 to 10 levels in this run, which basically is, because my Iron Man was low level, is the Snowy Tundra Vault run. It's Iron Man, of course, and Iron Man, I don't think I could really do this run with the Hulk or someone like that. A flying character is best for this run, but you also need a DNA key. DNA keys you get from defeating villains in villain sectors. They can sometimes drop from a villain if you beat the villain and you're right on top of them to pick it up, but you'll be guaranteed a DNA key anytime you beat a villain and the mission completes. You'll get it in the mission complete screen. So yeah, okay, so jumped into the map now. Pretty much what I do is go for every single chest that I know about. I also go for as much of these fragments and resource crates as I can pick up without going too far out of my way to pick them up. Fragments and resources are really good, especially fragments, because you can actually go to vendors and buy upgrade gear that's higher level than what you are if you can afford to pay for it with resources. So I still like to pick them up. You can actually take your account, your game offline, and you can change the date and time on your machine as well if you want. If you have enough fragments to go and buy gear from vendors, just change the day, buy another piece of gear, change the day and buy another piece of gear. I don't really have enough fragments on my account to do that, and I haven't leveled up doing that. I'm just saying you can do that if you want to. But yeah, so the first chest is here. You can kind of skip this one if you want because it's a bit out of the way, but I still like to do it because it's a silver chest and you usually get something decent out of it. Yeah, like a minor artifact. And what I do along the run is I make sure that I check to see if it's higher level than something that I've already got on. And if it is, I'll swap it immediately just to make sure that anything that drops from here will also be a higher level. I don't think the game analyzes what you have in your inventory to determine your power level. I think it analyzes what your power level is based on what you're wearing. I could be wrong on that, but that's what I think, so that's what I make sure I do. So you saw that's the first chest I grabbed. There's another chest up here usually. Pretty much I have a vague idea of where most of the chests are. I may miss one or two, I don't know. I don't really care too much in a run if I miss one or two. But what I do try to do is keep my eye open from the map, all over the map while I'm flying around to see if there's a chest there, and if there is, I'll always grab it. So first, the next chest is up here. It's a pretty common one in the Snowy Tundra. Now this is where the DNA key will come into play. I'll just make sure I grab more of these, break more of these crates, and there's a silver chest here. Now, there's a glitch that currently works with Iron Man and Iron Man only for using DNA keys on DNA chests, and I'm using that glitch in this. It'll probably be nerfed in the future, but for now, it's still working perfectly. I found out about it because of a commenter. What you do is you stand in front of the DNA box until you see the prompt to open it. You can see it says one of one DNA keys. You access your Super Hulkbuster while standing there. Then you open the chest. See how it says 0 of 1 DNA keys? You open the chest and then you press the key you need to leave your Hulkbuster to preserve your super, your heroic energy for activating it. And that doesn't use the DNA key. You can see there I've got one DNA key and one only, but I'll open 4 DNA chests in this run with that one key. So yeah, it's a bit of a glitch, but it's not like an exploit or anything. It's how the game works right now. So until they patch it, it's fair play. Now, so yeah, the next one is you'll find a like a bronze chest over in this area somewhere. Might grab some more fragments. So there's usually 2 bronze chests here, like one here, and I think there's one. There's probably another one I miss when it doesn't spawn in the right spot, but there's usually one on the other side of the pole. I'll show you in a sec. So as I said, I just keep replacing my high level gear each time I pick it up. So there's usually another chest right here. I think if it's not there, it's up here, and sometimes this one's not here and the other one's there. So But I could be wrong. It might be somewhere else. I don't know. But like I said, I don't kind of labor over it. There's a lot of chests to get, and it doesn't really matter if you miss one or two. So the next one will be around here somewhere. I pretty much scanned the area, but there it is. If you just follow the path that I'm flying here, you'll find these chests, or you'll spot them. You just have to look for them. Some people might think it's a bit of a waste of time going for all these resources, but it can get a bit boring doing all this stuff, and also getting all of these resources really helps you for upgrading your next character. If you don't spend those resources, you can upgrade a character just by changing the date and time on your machine, going offline and accessing a vendor. Like, I'm hoping to get like 10 or 20 power levels on my next character before I even go out and do a single thing, just by collecting these fragments. So those fragments might take a little bit more time now, but they'll help me level up another character faster once I'm finished doing the Iron Man. So yeah, so more chests in here. There's a gold chest, and there's another DNA chest. Now, the thing about this DNA chest thing with not using your DNA key by going into Hulkbuster is you must make sure you don't get interrupted while opening the chest. So there's the prompt, activate Hulkbuster. If I got shot by an enemy, like I'm watching that enemy over there, he may shoot me. I'll just wait. If he does, no, he didn't, thankfully, then you're fine. If you get shot, that counts as an interruption, and it can take that DNA key away from you. It can use it, and the glitch won't work. So you must make sure you stand right in front of, get the prompt, go into Hulkbuster, then access the chest without getting shot or interrupted. If you get shot and interrupted while doing it, back out and do it again. Like, back out of your Hulkbuster suit and do it again. Otherwise, you'll probably have that DNA key taken from you. That's happened to me a couple of times early on when I started doing this, but since I've been making sure to back out if I do get hit, it hasn't happened again. So I've been doing all of this for the last hour and 45 minutes with one single DNA key. I'm not sure who came up with this idea. I found out about it because a commenter posted. I did a search on YouTube to try and find out who to give credit to for it, and I didn't really have the time or patience to find that. So if you know who actually came up with that idea, feel free to post credit to them in the comments. I don't mind at all. Credit where credit's due. But I'll give credit to the commenter because I hadn't heard about it. I don't really go searching other people's YouTube stuff. I like to work all this stuff out for myself. But yeah. So yeah, just keep following along where I've been going. I'm actually doing this on easy mode, by the way, only because that's the way I was doing it right from the start, because my Iron Man was only like level 20 or something when I first started this run, and yeah, I was just get owned on challenge level 4. But I don't really think challenge level 4 is necessary at all while you're trying to power level up. Once you get to 130 and you're trying to farm actual gear and gear perks and more resources, by all means, put it on challenge level 4. But I'm not going to do that. I'll just make this too painful and too slow and get downed too often. So I'm not really sure how many chests there are in this. I might count them up after I finish doing the run and recording it, but there's quite a few chests. Probably not as many as in the iconic Hulk mission run, farming run that I posted, that has like 24 or 25 chests in it. But I feel like since the latest patch, chests here are dropping more gear. I haven't retried the iconic Hulk farming run to see if they're also dropping more gear now, but yeah, this is a pretty good run. So here's another DNA chest. This is the third DNA chest. There's a drone near me. I want to make sure he doesn't shoot me. If he does, I will back out and not open the chest. Just hopefully he's not going to. Doesn't look like he's going to, so I'll try and access it. Yep. That's all good, and immediately back out. I don't know what key on an Xbox or PC is used to back out of your Hulkbuster suit, but on PS4 you double tap your L1 button, and then you'll just jump straight back out of Hulkbuster. And what that does is it preserves your Hulkbuster heroic energy. So by the time you get to the next DNA chest, your heroic energy will be filled again. Haven't really received much in terms of good stuff out of these DNA chests. I haven't had a solitary pattern or anything like that. People think DNA chests are great for patterns, but I've actually had more patterns drop from gold chests than DNA chests. But you're still getting power leveling gear from them. So if you're power leveling and you've got a single DNA key, this is definitely the fastest way I know of to do it. Between all the chests and DNA chests in this, I've been getting 7 to 10, depending on my run, 7 to 10 power levels each time. What am I up to now? 99. I started at 93. So already I've had 6 power levels just from doing this run, which is really, really good. I mean, it's not even, I don't know, about a little over 10 minutes. And you can make it a bit shorter if you wanted to skip that initial silver chest, the very first silver chest I do, which is kind of out of the way. If you wanted to dump that silver chest, you could make it shorter probably. I haven't. I've just been doing every chest I can see or remember where it is. So we keep going around here. To the left, there's another couple of bronze chests, silver chest, and another DNA chest right at the end. So there's 4 DNA chests in the snowy tundra that I know of. I think that's probably it, but yeah, there's 4. So that's 4 extra chests if you have a single DNA key and you're using Iron Man. That's 4 extra chests you can get in this run, which is very worthwhile for power leveling Iron Man at least. Not going to be quite as good if you're trying to power level Thor. I mean, he can fly and he can see all these chests too. I hate that uppercut. Every time I try and grab a chest, and if it doesn't connect, if it doesn't register, I'm trying to grab the chest, he does an uppercut, then he hovers in the air, and you got to wait to drop, and it's a bit of a pain in the ass. But yep, just like that. There it is. Jinxed myself. So yeah, so there's another silver chest up top here before going into the area with the DNA chest. The last DNA chest is the most difficult one to get without taking a hit while you're doing it. I'll show you what I do to try and stop that, but often I've taken a hit and I just have to clear some of the enemies out of here, which is a bit annoying, but that's fine. So the DNA chest is up top here, and there's a few enemies around to, like, there you go, I'm getting hit already. So I shouldn't have changed into Hulkbuster there. I should have taken him out. So I won't open the DNA chest because I will lose. Yeah, they're right on me. I will lose my DNA key if I do. The glitch won't work for sure. So I'll take out a few enemies, and I can't open the DNA chest until I get my heroic energy back for it. So might as well just kill a few enemies. In fact, there's a bronze chest around here, usually probably down the bottom somewhere. If I go down, I should be able to open it. There it is. I just get fragments from that. I think I did. That's pretty crap. So yeah, okay. So that's most of the enemies out of the way. It should be fairly safe. Now, what I often do though is go right up the back there, and sometimes they don't follow you. But I think we're good to get it. So stand right in front of the DNA chest, Hulkbuster up without moving at all, so that you still have the prompt. Just let the camera swing around of its own accord, access it, then jump out of your Hulkbuster, and there you go, some more gear. So that's it. That's the farming run I've been doing. So with this farming run, I'm up to about an hour and 50, maybe 2 hours. No more than 2 hours, that's for sure. And putting that on, I've gone to power level 100. Or is it going to be 101? There you go. So 93 to 101. So that's what, 8 levels in less than 14 minutes. This is a pretty damn good farming run. Anyway, I hope this helps any of you guys out that are trying to power level Iron Man. I'm Fuzzy Barbarian. If this did help you out, chuck me a like and a comment to let me know. Talk to you next time.